just
spray.
have a really hard time believing that he couldn't have gotten out of that room.
That's my biggest issue with this entire book. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Read Option presented by Good Time Media. I'm Wyatt. That's Jenna. Today, we are proving that I was right the whole time about the Housemaid. I called it. I called everything that happened for the most part. 99% called it last episode, but we're reviewing the Housemaid full review. So obviously spoilers ahead for that. Jenna, how are we feeling? What'd you
Great.
think?
I liked it.
All right, that's our episode, folks. Thanks for watching. Jenna
Oh.
liked it. I mean, what are we thinking? What goes through your mind? I finished this book last night. I finished. You know what happened? I finished it. I thought I finished it at like 11:30, but I fell asleep and woke up at like 2 o'clock and realized I didn't actually finish it, or I didn't remember how it finished. So then I read the last two chapters again at like 2 a.m. last night.
Well, all right.
But yeah, no, I predicted it. I called everything, and I'm a genius.
Okay.
You told me I was wrong. I said last week
I
verbatim.
think you're
Andrew's
stretching
gonna be
it
the.
a little bit.
All right, what was I wrong about? I said Andrew's gonna be the
I'm not saying
killer.
you were wrong about anything, but it's not like you guessed the entire plot of the book.
Yeah. So I guess how would you sum up the ending of this? How everything went? How can we neatly put a bow on this for people?
We find out that the wife, Nina, had hired Millie to be the housemaid because she wanted to get out of her marriage because the husband's such a terrible person. So then
Mm-hmm.
so then Nina gets out, the gardener Enzo helps her, and then they're like, we can't leave her there.
And then they go back and
And they go back and Millie's murdered him, basically.
which is crazy. Like the way they went about killing Andrew, nuts. Just let him just die.
Yeah.
Kind like weirdly gruesome.
Yeah, the teeth pulling.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He like pulled
Oh,
out his. Yeah,
well,
so
like
he
6 of his teeth.
was it 6?
Yeah, it ended up being a lot. A lot of
Oh
teeth.
man. Yeah, I just like the fact that they killed him without them having any type of like altercation besides the
I
pepper
just
spray.
have a really hard time believing that he couldn't have gotten out of that room.
That's my biggest issue with this entire book, which I very much enjoyed, and we'll do final rankings at the end, final ratings. There's no way this room is that airtight. There's gotta be, and he built the room.
Mhm.
And first of all, how does he not destroy the camera? This camera, where is this hidden? So he said when what's her face was in the room, Millie,
Mhm.
when she was in the room,
Yeah, he was
he
like,
was
"You're never gonna find it."
yeah, but he knows where the camera is. So why would he not just
Yeah,
destroy the camera first of all?
but what would
That's
that have gained, I guess?
she can't look at him. She can't watch him do things, so she can't make him I don't know.
Yeah.
But then he I mean there has to be a way out. There's no like there's a window.
The window's stuck shut.
Break the fucking window.
I know, I know. I
Like,
struggled with
you're
that.
not you're gonna die before you break a window because like, "Oh,
Yeah.
glass?" That's my biggest problem with this book, and we're starting off negative, even though I very much enjoyed this. I had a great
Yeah,
time
I
with
did
it.
too.
But that did bother me, and the other thing that bothered me, but they did wrap it up at the end, was as that we were, like, being unveiled the ending of this book, the only thing I could think about was, "Alright, I feel bad for judging Nina, but Cecilia, the kid's still a little brat." But then she summed it up kind of basically saying, well,
She's
she
had a
grew up
terrible childhood.
yeah, she grew up not trusting any adult besides her mom, which I get. But the whole time I was like, that doesn't explain why Cecilia's a little stinker and I hate her. And then I felt
Kinda
bad for her
does.
too at the end.
Yeah,
So she explained it away at the end. But
yeah.
um yeah, so halfway through the book, it switches um perspectives, and we get Nina's perspective on everything, and it kind of just sheds light on um why she was acting the way she was towards Millie,
Yeah, the
which I thought was
abuse
fun.
with the husband, and then how she had to act a certain way to get Millie on Andrew's side so that she wanted to they could, go
Yeah.
off and be together, and then she
Um,
basically switch places.
what'd you think of Enzo's role in all of this?
I was worried that he wasn't actually a good person.
I
Like, I had my doubts about if he was actually helpful or if,
I did too.
I
So at
didn't know
one
if he was the
point,
villain.
so when Nina was convinced by Enzo to go back to the house to help Millie,
Yes.
um, and Enzo stayed with Cecilia, I
Yeah.
thought that was gonna be the final twist. Enzo's the bad guy, and, like, now he's, like, gonna capture, trap Cecilia. I literally wrote that down in my notes. I'm calling this right now. I was wrong, but I thought that too. But I think that's just we're at the point of the book where we don't really trust anything, and then we're
Yeah.
just kind of on the edge of our seat
You're looking
accusing
for every
everybody.
plot twist possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
I thought it was kinda cool that, like, his sister had been in a relationship where there was, like, some domestic violence and he wasn't able to save her, so he, like, felt this need
mhm.
to do it. Obviously,
And
she's
then
been able to get out without him, so
yeah, and then we're left the very ending is basically how this becomes some type of series, I'm assuming. 'Cause there
yeah,
how
I'm
many other books?
assuming I think there's 2 right now and 1 coming out. So I think the series is kind of gonna be Nina setting her up for or recommending her for these different jobs for these housewives that need to get out of their marriages, like, have really terrible husbands.
I
Because
I'm gonna keep pointing
that's
out
what don't
s
you think that's what the end was
yeah.
giving?
Yeah, it's gonna go like a series of just
She gets hired to
Millie
this new yeah.
becomes a serial killer.
Yeah.
That's basically it. That's the other one issue I do have where Millie, like well, first of all, I called the manslaughter word for word. Can I get props for that?
How did you call that?
I literally said, "We're debating on what her crime was gonna be," and I said, "It's
Oh.
probably something like manslaughter because that's where you would get, like, 10 years."
Yeah, it was more violent than I was anticipating.
Yeah, she's kind of crazy.
For sure. I'm not
Okay,
a huge fan of her, but
I would agree. It's a weird place to be where basically to sum it up, she's killed people before and then she was used to kill and then she did kill and now she's gonna be used to kill more. She's
yeah,
basically just like uh
it's like a murder for hire plot, basically.
yeah. Yeah, it's basically it. And she's just a pawn
She's the
being used by
hitman.
rich people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's kind of dark if we think about it. Let's use this struggling kid who doesn't have parents and has
Who
killed
doesn't
before,
have a family
not
or friends or
not try to
places.
rehabilitate her. Let's not try to save her. Let's just use her to kill more.
Yeah,
Don't love that as like an overall arching moral of the story
I
is
would agree.
killers will kill. So
Killers
that was another
kill.
shoe.
It's the
But
theme.
this is very similar to a book you recommended. Maybe not this go around, but another time, Gone Girl.
Oh, really?
Very similar, where at least I've not read the book. I'm basing it off the movie, but halfway through, there's a perspective change, and it sheds light on everything that happened in the first half. You should, I think at this point, you should just watch the movie Gone Girl, because it's a fantastic film. But yeah, very very similar to Gone Girl.
Huh,
That's the whole vibe I was getting in the second half of this book.
that's funny.
Let's see what else to
Mhm.
recap. So how again, I was a little again, I read this at 2 a.m. when I finished it. I was a little fuzzy on how Nina got out of this. Like how did she explain away, "Hey, I just killed my husband?"
Because she was gone and they just said that he locked himself in the room. like accidentally locked himself
Oh,
in a
oh,
room,
that's
and
right,
then there
that's right,
was that
that's right.
police officer whose daughter dated him before he met Nina,
That's right,
and
that's
he,
right.
like, helps her out because I think he knows from his daughter, like, what he's capable of.
Was his daughter the
Kathleen?
fiancé?
Yeah,
Okay, that's that alright, it's coming back now. Again,
yeah.
I probably should not have finished this so late, but,
Well, I finished
um,
it, like, 4 days ago, so I'm a little fuzzy too.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I enjoyed this. I thought it was very fun. I I don't know if I'm interested in reading more of this story, to
I
be
was
honest.
having that same dilemma where I'm like, if it's just gonna kind of be a similar plot all over again, then I don't really know if I care to read it.
I agree. I don't think
It was
it's
such an easy read though that it's like, might
yeah.
as well.
And I was having this, argument or just my thought process I had because as I was reading it, again, my struggle with reading through this entire show has been when I'm reading, it feels like, oh, my initial thought process is I'm like wasting time. And I know I'm not, but like I'm killing time. And I'm like, oh, I'm killing time. And it's not like an informational read. Like we talked about with Shoe Dog a lot, where it's like, oh, what am I doing with my time? Is this worth my time? But then I thought alternatively, I would be wasting time like scrolling on TikTok.
It's entertainment, yeah.
It's entertainment. Like it's
It's
another way to fill that time. So it's
yeah,
less time scrolling on TikTok. It's just filling that void with something else.
yeah.
So I was fine with it. But that was like a dilemma I had in my brain where I was like, wait a second. I'm not actually wasting time because
Definitely better for you than just scrolling mindlessly through videos, so,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Shout out to TikTok ban. It was a tough 8 hours, but we're back. We're so back. It it was such a weird like not to get off track here,
I'm
but
just thinking of all of us standing at the bar and one by one, all of us checking, and it's like
check TikTok.
everybody's closed out.
Yeah, and then flash forward 12 hours later, I get a FaceTime from my buddy from college, and he was like, "Hey, man, like, sorry about TikTok," and I was like, "It's literally back. Check
Yeah,
your phone,"
I got a
and it was
text from
back.
my coworker, and she was like, "It's back."
Yeah. It was such an interesting week for me because I leading up to it, I was like, This is all a game of chicken, like, nothing's gonna actually happen." But then as we got closer to it, I felt stressed just because everyone else was stressed, even though in my mind I knew like this isn't actually gonna get banned. This is all just a power play. Money's involved. This isn't gonna go away. But then we kept getting closer and closer, and everyone else was stressing out about it. So I was like, maybe I should be stressed about this.
All the TikTokers, like, giving up their secrets about things.
That's crazy.
I'm like, "You
That's,
guys are idiots. You're stupid."
those people who are I hate the term influencer. It is one of my least favorite thing because of that whole trend. You're not trying to influence anybody. You're just trying to do a cash grab and get views.
Yeah.
And you're just doing it because, hey, I'm hot and I can wear clothes. And then you get brand deals.
I can wear clothes. I'm hot and I can wear
Yeah,
clothes.
I'm hot and I can wear clothes, so I'll be
I'm
a
an
fashion
influencer.
influencer. But then because of that, you get brand deals with those clothes. So you wear those clothes and then it just snowballs. And like that's how you build your brand. Don't act like don't act like it's anything more than that.
Yeah.
So that's the annoying thing about influencing for me because they just try to, hey, like, oh, I'm one of the people. I'm just letting you in on a little secret that you can use my promo code Ashley12 to get 12% off your next order of $5,000 that are of clothes that's made over in China. Like, no one cares. Don't act like you're like one of the people. That's my biggest thing with that. It's like recognize that this is an ad and you're getting paid to do this, and don't act like you're just helping people out because that's not to put everyone in a box, but for the most part. Um, but yeah, those people like expose you like, oh, I faked this. I don't actually like the coffee that I drink every morning that I tell you like stuff like that. It's so stupid. But
I
then
watched
everyone's posting
somebody
like these
made,
good,
like,
but yeah,
a compilation?
that's the word.
Compilation? Comp
hmm
um,
Compilation.
compilation of, like 20 of them after the
Oh, jeez.
fact. Like, I just saw it yesterday, and I was just peeing my pants because 'cause they're, like, really giving up, like, things that kind of make their brand. You know,
Jeez.
like
Yeah.
this one girl on TikTok who um goes viral because she just eats a lot, like huge amounts of food. And she came out and she was like, "I don't actually eat any of that food."
Like,
Like, what
that's
should I do
crazy.
now?
What do you do now? Like, even the people, like,
You switch
posting
your whole niche on, I don't know.
posting, like, the goodbye TikTok video, like, I don't know. It's just, like, everyone
We're
I
all a
thought
little
was a
dramatic.
yeah, it's, like, all in the same boat as me too. It's, like, even if it does get banned, like, it's not like you stop existing. Like, your life goes on. Like, there's other just go on
Yeah.
it's not that deep, but, like, I understand, like, I was a little worried. I was like, "I'm gonna take a financial hit for sure." So, like, that was my only concern, but it was just
It was
so
it was
dramatic.
really funny though watching these, like, huge influencers, like, even Alex Earl, like, absolutely crashing out over this. Like,
Mhm.
"Sweetie, you're gonna be alright.
Yeah, and,
You're
like,
gonna be just
yeah.
fine."
It was like I just got stressed out because everyone else was stressed out. I literally was fine going into it, and then everyone was like, "Wait a second, I'm like, "All right, maybe this is actually gonna happen, I guess." I don't know, but
Oh,
that's way beside the point. Um, all right, do you wanna do, final scores for this book? And then we'll talk a little about what we're gonna read next. What would you, give this? What grade are we giving this?
can you give me my past ones?
I can if you give me a second. Let's see. I should have had this prepared ahead of time.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I just need to
Um,
organize it in my brain with a number.
dang it, I don't have it up on that sheet that I thought I did. I definitely put it on our TikTok though.
I think I know what I'm gonna give it. Do you want me to just say it?
No, because I'm gonna give you the scores right now. So you gave People We Meet on Vacation a 79, Shoe Dog a 72, In a Holidays 87.
I am going to give this a 90.
Oh wow! All right, it's a B. That's a solid B, I think.
That's an A
Most
minus,
That's an A minus.
isn't it? Or a B plus?
I think it depends on the grading scale, but nine.
Okay.
That's solid. Very very solid.
This is my favorite of the books we have read. I thought In a Holidays was cute, but I
Hmm.
think overall I just enjoyed the plot of this one so much more.
I think I'm agreeing with you there. I'm going even higher than you. I'm gonna give this a
Really?
93.
Wow.
Again, my sample size for books is much smaller than yours. So my sample size of books is this show. So
I
uh
actually was having this revelation today when I was in the grocery store, if this makes you feel better. And I was just thinking how proud I am of you, and you've read more books in the past. When did we start this?
August.
Okay, in the past 6 months, and you've probably read in the past 4 or 5 years.
Oh no, I've read more books in the last 6 months than I have in the past decade, confirmed. Like not
That's
even
pretty incredible.
close.
And are
Yeah,
you
no, I'm a
finding
reader.
yourself enjoying it? Okay.
I am. No, I'm a reader. I read books now.
Okay.
What's up? I read books.
Well, I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you. And I'm honored to share this moment with you.
I appreciate that. I was
I
having
feel
this
like I had
conversation.
some positive influence over this, and I'm honored.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is. I had this exact conversation last night, with Ryan, and he was like, "I don't think I'm ever going to read a book ever in my life." And I was like, "I've read 6 books in the last
And
6
you were
months."
like, "Join our book club."
Yeah, I was like, I was you. I was you so many months ago. You simple-minded little boy.
It
But now I
sounds
read
so
books.
dramatic.
But now I read books and I'm changed, I'm enlightened. I'm a
Oh
better man because of it. No, I really enjoyed this one. I'm gonna give it a 93. Again, these scores are probably gonna age so poorly if I just continue to
I
read books.
know.
Because then I'm gonna find a book that's better and it's gonna keep getting closer to 100, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
That's
reorder
why I
these.
think, like, normally when you rate a book, like, on my Goodreads and stuff like that, you do stars
Mhm.
because you can have a ton of five-star books. or a ton of 4-star
Yeah.
books. It doesn't put that pressure on, like, this is the best book I've ever read.
Yeah, I always hated the 5-star system though for movies, for everything. I want to 0 out of 100, be as precise as possible with your score because then it's easier to compare.
Yeah.
Like if a book's a 93 or 94, or they like there are lots of movies that would be 5 stars for me, but I would like one over the other. So like I don't want to give them the same grade.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, I'm giving it a 93. I really enjoyed this. Where are we leaning next? Where do we want to go? Is there a untapped genre we want to venture into? Do we want to stay in this little pocket? Looking forward though, we do have in about, again, we'll have to talk off air about what we want to do with this show post Super Bowl. Because I think we'll do more NFL talk when we get to the Super Bowl at this point. So to sum stuff up, Chiefs win, Bills win, Eagles win, Commanders win. Jay Daniels, it's a big one. Well, again, I know we're glossing over this, but I think we'll just do a lot of Super Bowl prep. We'll figure out what we want to do with the show, but we do have the Hunger Games book coming in March. I'm like genuinely excited to read this.
Is this a standalone, or do I need to?
This is Hamish's games, so I don't think you have to like reread anything, but maybe do a little homework to catch up.
Okay, I can do
I'm
that.
sure I'll find a YouTube video that sums everything up and send it to you. What did you read any of the?
As a child.
I mean, yeah, me too. I haven't. I didn't. I just and then maybe rewatch the new Hunger Games movie from last year.
Yeah, I
That might
haven't seen that.
you'll enjoy it. Very fun. Very fun.
I don't know where we want to go next. I need
Okay.
to think on that. I don't know. We haven't really done like a historical fiction. It's not my favorite genre, but it could be kind of interesting.
What kind of book is historical fiction?
Like one set in
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't have any
Prohibition, or, like a Great Gatsby kind of.
at this point, I'm very open to anything. So I'll think too, and I'll put votes up on,
I do think we
um
both really enjoyed the thriller, though.
yes. So
So
I
we
wouldn't mind.
definitely could do that again too.
Yeah. So we'll put out, if you have suggestions, let us know. Leave a comment, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll put out some polls and vote, and we'll choose our next book. But very much enjoyed this one. Very happy we read it.
Yeah, me
Anything
too.
else? Closing thoughts on this book?
Um, yeah, this is one that I would recommend, and I understand why it is so highly talked about.
Yeah. Yep.
I
I
see
would
why
agree.
people like it, and excited about the movie.
Yep. I would say if you like this book, go watch Gone Girl. I believe it's on Netflix. Go watch it. Very good
I
movie.
was talking about the Housemaid movie.
Oh, wait, I do want to talk about this. What
I'm looking
is
at it right now.
is the cast what I saw online?
The
Because I believe Sydney Sweeney is set to play Millie. And then the dude, Andrew, is supposed to be the guy from It Ends With Us, which I love that casting. I
Sydney
love.
Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, so few things about this casting for The Housemaid. One, I hate the Sydney Sweeney casting. Absolutely hate it.
It'll be
Disgusting
interesting to
casting.
see her in a different
It's nothing against Sydney Sweeney. I
role.
think she's actually a good actress. I hate that casting. I don't see it whatsoever. The casting for
It is
Andrew, the It
I
Ends With
like
Us
him a
guy,
lot, and it ends with
I love this casting. The exact opposite of what I think about the Sydney Sweeney one. I think he could play like nice psychopath so well. Because when I watched It Ends With Us, not knowing what that story was, I thought he was the psychopath.
Oh,
I could see it. I could see like he could pull that off so easily. I'm very excited for that. Also, third comment on this casting, Amanda Seyf. I can never say her
I
last
think
name.
it's
How do you say it?
Seyfried, but I don't know.
Seyfried? All right, that girl, Mamma Mia girl. No idea she was so old. Because I saw her, I was like, she can't play the mom. I
Seriously?
thought in my brain, her and Sydney Sweeney are like the same age.
Oh my gosh.
But she like they look the same age. That's a compliment to her.
That is a compliment to her. She has aged very well. But yeah, no,
So
she's older.
yeah, she's like 40.
Yeah.
I but I don't love that casting because I can't
Really?
picture her as the mom.
Oh, I think she'll be great.
I'm sure she'll be great too, but I just my brain can't picture her as a mom and Sydney Sweeney as the housemaid. Like, that dynamic feels way too
So, I think
close.
it's gonna have a lot to do with, like, how they present Sydney Sweeney. Because remember in the book, it talked about how she was so beautiful, but she, like, dressed in a way and did her hair and
Mhm.
didn't wear any makeup or anything in a way that made her seem a little more homely.
Mhm.
They were like, "But we could all tell how beautiful she was."
Yeah.
I think that's probably where they're going with this. They
Also,
needed somebody with, like, a stunning just face.
I was also picturing brunette. I thought they said that even in the book, but
Maybe she'll be a brunette.
go for it. And then I saw they casted the other parts, but those are gonna be very so, like, the Enzo character is gonna be important, but not that important. But those 3 are the big ones.
Comes out
Um,
Christmas Day 2025. It's
actually?
also yeah, it's
Oh,
a
wow.
Lionsgate film. I thought it was gonna
Oh,
just be like a Netflix,
we're gonna
something
have to do a feature. We're gonna have to go to the movie theater and watch this movie.
Yeah.
That'll be this is gonna be the first ever book or sorry, movie where I've read the book first,
Mm,
besides, like, school. I'm gonna know this trailer's gonna come out, and it's gonna be all like, "What's gonna happen? This mystery," and I'm gonna know it.
that's
I'm
how it
gonna
was
know
with
what
with
happens.
us. I know. It's
That's great. That's gonna be so thrilling and be like, "I know something you guys don't know. Read
well,
the book, I read."
the other ones we the other books we've read are coming out too, aren't they?
Um, what
Yeah,
else did
The
we read?
People
In
We
the
Meet on
Holidays?
Vacation, In a
Is In the
Holiday.
Holidays those are both gonna be movies?
Yeah. No, In a Holidays, I think's a show, maybe? I don't know.
Okay. Oh, yeah, People We Meet on Vacation is,
Yeah.
like, shooting right now.
Yeah. So that'll probably
Oh,
be out before this.
I like I now the further we get away from that book, the more I don't like it.
It sucked.
The
It was
right?
really bad. Yeah, it was really bad.
When I'm in it, I was like, "This is kinda fun," and then I hated the main characters or main
Mhm.
character, I hated her. Um, but yeah, now the further I get from that book, the more I hated it. So, I'm not as excited for that movie, but this movie I'm pumped for.
Yeah.
This'll be fun. So, alright, we will decide, um, on what book we wanna read next. We'll put up a poll. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and follow us on TikTok at The Read Option. Almost at 1,000 'cause we're back. We are back. We're
We
about to hit
weren't ever
1,000.
really gone.
We were gone for a little bit. I know everyone was so stressed out and worried about it, but don't worry. We didn't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week. Peace.